Good evening, everybody. Can we all hear me? If you can hear me, drop a comment so I would know. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Blessing, good evening. Angel, good evening. Goodness, good evening. Omolara, good evening. Emmanuel, good evening. Benjamin, Thompson, Chidima, good evening. Chinelo, good evening. Miriam, good evening. Esther, good evening. Mercy, good evening. Thank you for the feedback. Julius, good evening. Abigail, good evening. Michael, good evening to you. Emmanuel, good evening. Mastura, good evening. Presh, good evening. Bolivar Tife, good evening. Covenant, good evening. Assis, good evening. Ifama, good evening. Janet, Winner, Emmanuel, Nathaniel, I see you too. Cortex, good evening. Okay, so where are my remaining people? I'll be running late today. Where is everybody? Okay, so how are we all doing today? Hope we're all good. Hope we're all prepared and ready for today's class. Chinelo, thank you. I'm doing great. How are you doing too? Emmanuel, they are coming. Traffic hook them. Okay. Please make them do fast though. They should be very, very fast. Star Concept, I see you too. Enoch, I see you too. Okay, Emmanuel is fine and ready. Esther, I see you too. Good evening. Patricia, I see you too. Okay, we are doing good. Okay, I'm doing fine. Enobong said is ready for today's class. Angel said very great. Okay. I can see we are all ready for today's class. Okay, yes, as we are joining the live, please make sure you subscribe and like the live so you will not get disconnected. Please make sure you subscribe and like as you are joining. Make sure you keep liking the live so you will not get disconnected. Make sure you subscribe and like the live. Okay, Nathan is ready. Nathan from Ghana. Okay, Nathan, you are ready. Good evening. I see you too. David is ready. Yes, before we start today's class, let me ask us a few questions. Let's chat small. How has the classes been? Yes, how has the classes been? Especially the recorded videos. How did we find the recorded videos? How useful was it to us in our training? So let me know, how was the recorded video? Okay, Nojibat, you are new here. Okay, Nojibat, good evening. Okay, I'm seeing great. It has been awesome. You people should see. I can read episode 2. If it's episode 2, don't worry, I'll read it. I want a detailed explanation on how the recorded video has been, how the training has been so far. I don't mind if you like. You can drop a whole long message. I'll read everything. Okay, Lord Rao said, amazing. I love PDU. Jovial said the class has been wonderful, very educative, and easy to understand. Shitsu, oh Shitsu, your network was bad yesterday. Please make sure you fix your network before the class starts today. Okay, Ikeolua, very useful. I was not able to attend the last class, and recorded video made it easy. Okay, Angel said I've been following the live tutorial since Monday. It has been great. Okay, Angel, thank you for that. I'm glad to hear that. Nojiba, so sweet of you. You're asking me how my day went. My day was, it was okay. We bless God. Janet said classes has been wonderful, and I must say the ABCD approach is the absolute best. You can say that again. Okay, LD Green said this is my first time here, but I believe it's going to be an amazing journey. Okay, you're welcome, LD Green. Please, before we start the class, just make sure you have a cup of water or a glass of juice beside you before the class starts, because you would really need it in the course of the class. Okay, Patricia said, I'm enjoying the class. I've been able to replicate the design we did on Tuesday. I love PDU. Okay, I can see some designers here already. Mastura said, very wonderful and amazing. I love the fact that the classes were very easy to understand. It has been really great. Thank you for that amazing review, Motsunrayo. Jacinta said, PDU doing what they know best. PDU to the world. I love every bit of the class. Yes, yes, yes. Our legacy speaks for us. And I'm so glad you are dropping this amazing one too. Okay, Esther said the recorded video was very helpful. Okay, I am so glad to hear those wonderful testimonials from us. Hearing things like this always wants us to do better. Yes, it always wants us to do better. So if you are ready for an amazing session today again, if you are ready for a wonderful session today again, if you are ready for an educative session today again, can I get I am ready in the comment section? Let me know how many of us are ready for an amazing ride today. So if you know you are ready, can I get it in the comments? When una get class rep? Now I didn't know anything about class rep. Oh, okay. Looks like there is a class rep and I don't know about. So if you are ready for today's class, can I get I am ready in the comment section? Oh, I cannot skip this comment. Razak said, I kept on checking the designs every minute. I can't lie. I feel butterflies in my tummy. Hey, and the class is too long. I'm wondering how many butterflies you're going to be feeling in your tummy. Okay, I don't think majority of us are ready. Steve said, let's get our hands dirty, please. Steve, I don't understand though. I don't know what you're trying to say. I don't understand. Michael is super ready. If you are ready for the class today, can I get I am ready in the comment section? Because as I am like this, I am so ready, and I'm sure we are all ready for us. So if you are ready to, let me get it in the comment section. If Emmanuel, you never start design, you don't dey feel butterflies. Please, if you can't start proper design, wetin you go feel dragonfly? We have dragonfly safe in the studio. Everything is ready. Everything is ready. Yoga said the assignment was so sweet. After designing mine, I gave myself a thumbs up. Okay, I love the comments I am seeing. Um, Steven said I am ready. And Niger said, I am super ready. Let's get right into it. Okay, yes, yes, yes. So let's move straight into today's class. Though I am not getting I am ready as much as I want. Looks like majority of us are not ready. I was thinking I would get more than this. I am ready. I like Toko. So if people are not ready, don't worry, we can chat till the end of the training tonight. So if you are ready for today's class, can I get I am ready in the comment section? Only then will I pass my mic. If you are ready for today's class, can I get I am ready in the comment section? Oh yes, thank you for answering that, Julius. Please check the group link. You would see it there. Check the group. You would see the link there. As yes, as you are joining the live, please make sure you subscribe and like the live so you will not get disconnected. Make sure you like the live so you will not get disconnected before our tutor comes. If you've not done that, I'm going to give you a few seconds to like the live now. If you've not liked the live, I'm going to give you a few seconds to do that now. So make sure you like the live so you will not get disconnected. Okay, yes. So I'm getting as much I am ready as I want. So let's go straight into today's class. I'm going to ask us to do something else because, as I said earlier, I am super excited. So now, if you're excited and you are ready for today's class, let me know the number of people that are ready for today's class. So if you're ready for today's class, can I get our favorite emojis coming in? You people should calm down now. You people should drop your favorite emoji if you are ready for today's class. Can I get our favorite emojis coming in before I pass over my mic to the tutor for today? So if you are ready for today's class, can I get your favorite emoji? Oh, okay, Joanne. Okay, okay, okay. I would call you Joanne from now on. So if you are ready for today's class, can I get your favorite emojis coming in? Okay, 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 okay. I can see our favorite emojis coming in. So yes, Mr. Favor Francis, are you ready for us tonight? Because I'm sure we cannot wait. We are all ready for you. So Mr. Favor, are you ready for us tonight?
Yeah, very, very ready. Thank you so much, Miss Ella, for an amazing time. Thank you so much, Miss Ella, for amazing time. So I'm very, very ready for us tonight. So everyone, how are we doing today? Another amazing day today, another amazing time today. How are we doing today? I hope we are doing great. I hope we are doing perfect, right? Okay, you guys know how we roll. You guys know how we do things. Getting into business tonight, right? You guys know how we roll, how we do things, getting into business tonight. So, in order for us to start, come on, you guys know I need everybody to put their phone on loudspeaker now. Come on, let's do this together. Let's do this together. Let's do this together. I need everybody to put their phone, their devices on loudspeaker now. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Put your device on loudspeaker right now. Come on, can you do this with me? Put your device on loudspeaker. Now, the moment you put your device on loudspeaker, anybody around you that is going to make you not to concentrate on what we are going to be learning tonight, please tell them, leave me, tell them, leave me, tell them, leave me, tell them, leave me, tell them, leave me. Come on, can I get leave me on the comment section? Tell them, leave me, 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 leave me. Come on, can I get leave me on the comment section? Can I get leave me on the comment section? Can I get leave me on the comment section? Tell them to leave you right now. Why? Because of you are PDU and you want to learn. Tell them to leave you, 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 leave you. You want to learn, so you don't need anybody to disturb you at this point. Okay. Thank you guys so much. 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 Now, for some people that due to one thing or the other, I don't know what happened today for you today. I don't know actually what happened. Okay, I'm back. Now, for some people, I don't know how your night was today. I don't know how your day was today. I don't know what went on your day today, right? But at PDU Africa, we learn and we vibe. What did I say? We learn and we vibe. So I don't know what happened on your day today, but I want to make sure that today is okay for you. You are relaxed. Let me introduce this one of my hit single for you guys and make sure that you are relaxed tonight. You're relaxed tonight. So I'm going to be introducing my hit single before we start this class so that everybody will be relaxed tonight, even whether you had a bad day or you had a good day. So you just want to make sure you listen to this hit single tonight before we get into one of the best courses on the internet right now. Come on, let's go. Come on, just follow me. When I say Zion, you say 70. Let's go. Walk with me. Walk with me. When you hear the jam, you walk with me. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. When I say Zion, that's my name. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know what is going on with you today, but as you're listening to this music, come on, you're gonna walk with me. Let's go. Come on, if you're hearing the Bedu, put Zion on the comment. Come on, if you're hearing the Bedu, put Zion on the comment. Let's go. If you're hearing the Bedu, put Zion on the comment. Come on, let me hear that. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. If you're hearing the Bedu, put Zion on the comment. Let's go before we kick off. Let's go. Now let's go. One thing. On the month of May, I wanted to play about some hay to display, and on my way, met a girl. Though she was nice, she brought some eyes for her eyes. On a suitor, my name is Victor. Nickname is Excavator. Born in an incubator, powered by a generator. I became an actor of Terminator. I later joined Gladiator. Hey, hey. I later joined Gladiator. Na JJ. Na JJ. I'm releasing my first single to you guys tonight. The title is Na JJ. Come on, can I get Na JJ on the comment? Let's go. If you're stressed before this class, can I get Na JJ? Come on, let's go. Na JJ. Na JJ. Na JJ. On the Monday, I wanted to play. I bought some hay to display, and on my way, I met a girl. She was nice. She bought some eyes for. The last person that did this thing was Michael Jackson. The last person that did this was Michael Jackson. Okay, I love you guys. 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 Okay, so whatever stress you're going through, whatever stress you're going through, just say let's relieve that stress in a couple of minutes. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. We love you guys. So I want to make sure that you guys are ready now. You guys are set. You guys are ready and set for the training today. You guys are ready and set. If you're ready and set, come on, just put on the comment section. I love PDU. 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 Come on, let's go. Put on the comment section. I love PDU. I love PDU. I love PDU. Put on the comment section. I love PDU. I love PDU. I love PDU. I love PDU. Come on. Put on the comment section. I love PDU. I love PDU. I love PDU. Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, good one. Now, today we are going to be talking about a topic. We're going to be talking about a topic in data analysis that is called wireframing. Are you with me? We're going to be talking about a topic in data analysis that is called wireframing. Please listen to me. Are we on the same page? Good. Now, what did I say? Wireframing. Can I get wireframing on the comment? Can I get wireframing on the comment? Can I get wireframing on the comment? Can I get wireframing on the comments? Come on, let's get that. Okay. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Now, if you can see my screen, if you can see my screen, if you can see my screen right now, can you say right on? 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 If you can see my screen right now, let me have that check up that you can see my screen. If you can see my screen right now, please, can you put that? Can you say right on if you can see my screen? Okay. Now, what is wireframe? Now, wireframe is a two-dimensional skeletal outline of a web page or app. It provides a clear overview of the page structure, layout, information architecture, user flow, functionality, and intended behavior. I'm going to say that again. A wireframe is a two-dimensional skeletal outline of a web page or app. It provides a clear overview of the page structure, layout, information, architecture, user flow, functionality, and intended behavior. Okay, great. Now, one of the first things you need to understand about designing or creating a design as a UI UX designer is the ability for you to know how to use wireframes. Are we together? Now, forget about all this big English you see in the definition about a wireframe. Let me just explain it in a very, very understandable format, right? Now, for those of you that are into design, maybe graphic design, maybe you're a fashion designer, or maybe any other kind of design that you do or you've seen someone do, right? One of the things they do is that before they start working on that design, maybe working on that particular clothes, that fashion, or maybe working on that particular graphics or whatever, They first of all have a sketch of what they want to do. Am I right? A sketch of what they want to do. Now, this sketch gives you a clarity, a kind of a clarity to that particular thing that you want to what you want to build. Everybody does it. If you want to do something, you first of all think about how that thing is going to do, right? How that thing is going to be, or how that thing is going to be like. Is that okay? That is one of the things that you're going to do. You're going to think about it. So this thing you are thinking about, you might be able, you might draw it down. You might just do like a rough sketch. Okay, I want this to be here. I want this to be here. I want this to be here. It might just be like something you do on with a pen and a paper, right? Or with a pencil and a paper. You just draw how you want this screen of the app to be. You draw how you want your house to be. You draw how you want the sketch to be. Maybe the idea that is in your head at that particular instance. In accounting, we call it source document, right? So in accounting, before you start doing the main accounting entries, there is a first book of entry that we call the source document. That source document is actually what you use to record transaction immediately they happen. Now, the source document can be a piece of paper. It can be a book, right, that you use in recording transaction immediately those transaction happens, right? So that is how it is in design. Before you start a design, you might want to sketch out what your idea look like, what you are trying to design. You might want to sketch it a rough sketch. Okay, I want to design let's say a fintech app, maybe a fintech app that's going to be used for money transaction, maybe transfers and the rest of them, right? Transfers and the rest of them. So you need to first of all sketch, okay, I want the add cash button to be at this top. I want the send button to be at the lower aspect of it. So just a sketch, what we do on a daily basis. Do you get what I'm saying? Remember those days when we're younger, we normally sketch cars, we normally draw cars. You just draw something that you're looking like that's what you want and all that. So this is what wireframing is all about, like a rough sketch of your work before you finally achieve the final design you're looking for. That sketch gives you an idea. It brings your idea out. Instead of your idea to be resting inside of your head, right? You are now bringing that idea out and trying to put it in a kind of in a documented format so that you can see the idea and you keep working on the idea until the idea becomes what you want. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying. You keep working on the idea until the idea becomes what you want or what you're looking for. Come on, if you're getting me, can I get fly on the comment? Can I get fly on the comment? If you're getting what I'm saying, can I get fly on the comment? So in design, you need to understand that sketch is very important, right? Sometimes you might have an idea for a design, maybe an app, maybe a website, but you need to first of all understand, okay, this is what is in my head. Let me bring it out. Let me keep modernizing it and keep adding to it again and again and again and again until it gets to that point or it gets to that reality that I am looking for. Do you get what I'm saying? It's just like we humans, right? When you start out your career, right, or when you start out something, that thing might not be as clear as you want it to be. Maybe that thing might not be what you actually want, but the more you keep doing that thing, the more you start doing that thing and doing that thing, it becomes clearer, it becomes better, better until you arrive at that point that you want. That's the same thing in design. Is that okay? So before you design something for a client, before you design something for a project, you need to always start with what we call wireframing, which are like sketches, ideas, formulating the ideas. What happens when you are creating wireframe? You are formulating the design idea, and which together you're bringing the design idea to life, knowing exactly what you need until that idea becomes your real design. Is that okay? Come on, is that okay? Until that idea becomes your real design. So that is what wireframe is all about. So wireframe is a very important aspect of UI UX design that every UI UX designer needs to be aware of it. But one thing again you need to know about wireframe is that wireframe is not just one. We have different levels of wireframes. Is that okay? We have different levels of wireframes, right? We have different levels. Some people can call it different types of wireframe. So I'm going to be taking you through those different types of wireframe just now. Okay, so the first type of wireframe we have is what we call the low fidelity wireframe. What did I say? You're going to be hearing it in the industry, right? For those of you that are already UI UX designers, for those of you that are just starting off your career, and the PDU opportunity is an opportunity for you to get going, right? You're going to be hearing low fidelity wireframe a lot. Now, the first one is low fidelity wireframe. If you're seeing my screen and you're hearing the sound of my voice, can you put on the comment section low fidelity wireframe? Come on. Can you put it low fidelity wireframe? Come on, let's go. Let's go. Low fidelity wireframe. Can you put it on the comment section? Low fidelity wireframe. Is that okay? Let me keep getting it. I need 21 low fidelity wireframes now. Come on, let's get there. Low fidelity wireframe. I need 21, 21, 21, 21. Now, what is low fidelity wireframe? Now, low fidelity wireframe, these are the basic visual representation of your web page or your mobile app or your software, right? This is the source document. Remember, when I was talking, I explained source document. I started with an explanation of source document. So low fidelity wireframe is like the first sketch of your design idea, right? It's like the first sketch. You have the idea in your head and you just want to put it out there. The first time you put out your idea out there, just to know how that idea will look like. That is what we call the low fidelity wireframe. So it is an idea that has not yet been formulated. You are just bringing it out. You're just trying to put it out there to just know, okay, on this app, on the top, that's where people that want to sign up will be. On the middle aspect, that's where you will see images. On the lower aspect, that's where just bringing out is the first representation of your idea. Are we together? It is the first representation of your idea as a designer, right? The source document, another name you can call it, just like how the accountants do call it, the source document. So it's the first representation of your idea. You have an idea and you just want to just structure it. Okay, I need to do something like that real quick, and you structure it. That idea has not yet been formulated. That idea has not yet been structured very well. Any idea that has been sketched but it does not have good structure, you have not structured it well, you have not arranged it well, you have not given it the relevant structure that it requires, we call that low fidelity wireframe. Is that okay? We call that what? Low fidelity wireframe. I want to believe that we have gotten that right now. Come on. I want to believe that we have gotten that. If you have gotten that, can I get yeah here on the comment section? Can I get yeah here on the comment section? Can I get yeah here on the comment section? So that is low fidelity wireframe. Okay, let's write them. Okay. The next one is the mid-fidelity wireframe. Now, what is the mid-fidelity wireframe? The mid-fidelity wireframe is a build up from the low fidelity wireframe. What did I say? It is a build up from the low fidelity wireframe. The low fidelity wireframe is you just trying to represent your idea, and then the mid fidelity is the second stage where you now start giving that idea more structure, more weight. You have started putting more arrangement to that idea, to that design. The design has started taking shape, right? Just like what is written on our slide right here. It says this is the second stage of your design sketch, where you make use of better structure, objects, and elements in your design. So the mid-fidelity wireframe is now giving you more structure than the what? Than the low fidelity wireframe. So in the mid-fidelity wireframe, you don't just do rough sketch. It's not a rough sketch, right? What you now do, you have started understanding, okay, I want this thing to be placed here. I want this thing to be placed on the left. I want this thing to be placed on the right. I want this thing to be placed on the center, at the bottom, or you start giving your design a much better structure. Is that fine? So that is the mid-fidelity. So one of the difference between the low fidelity and the mid-fidelity is the what? Is the level of information you put inside the mid-fidelity that is not in the low fidelity. The level, when I use the word information, I'm talking about the level of element and structure you put in the mid-fidelity that is not in the low fidelity. Is that okay? The level of element and structure you put in the mid-fidelity that is not in the what? In the low fidelity. Are we on the same page? It's just like you having an idea. Let me explain this one. Just like you having an idea that you have an idea that let me use this example, that You want to buy a car, for instance. You want to buy a car. Now, the low fidelity is that, okay, I want to buy a car. What do I start doing in order to buy a car, right? That's the low fidelity. You know you want to buy a car, but yet you have not, it has not started manifesting for you, right? But you have started doing something. You just started doing something that will get you the car. Do you get what I'm saying? Then the mid fidelity is when you start making money. Now, you've started doing that business. You've started, you've started that job, and you've started making money, and now you've started saving this money. Now, the moment you start saving this money, that's what we call the mid fidelity, right? You are getting to a point. Now, you are seeing the money, you are getting yourself structured in a more better position to buy this car. Are we together? Why? Because you've started earning, right? You've started saving money, you've started seeing the money that is going to, one way or the other, get you to buy the car. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying. Come on, if you guys are flying with me, say ABCD on the comments. Say ABCD on the comment. If you're flying with me, say ABCD on the comment. Is that okay? Say ABCD on the comment. Say ABCD on the comment if you're flying with me. Say ABCD on the comment if you're flying with me. Say ABCD on the comment if you're flying with me. Say ABCD on the comment if you're flying with me. Say ABCD on the comment if you're flying with me. Okay, now that is the mid fidelity wireframe, just like I explained. That is the mid fidelity wireframe, just like I explained, right? The next one is what we call the high fidelity wireframe. Now, this is the last stage of your wireframe in design, your last stage of your sketch, right? The last stage of your sketch. Now, what is the high fidelity wireframe? Now, this is where, wow, you have started getting the picture. You have started getting the clear picture, how your design will look like. You have started getting the final shape of how your design will look like. You have started seeing it become a reality. You have started seeing how your design will look like, right? You have started seeing it. You have started understand, okay, this thing is going to look like this. This thing is going to look like this. You have started putting everything together. You have gone past the mid-fidelity wireframe, and you have started putting all the elements in that particular design that is going to make it to give you that desired look that you're looking for, right? You have started putting everything in that design. You have started all the components that design needs. Are we together? Now, using the example I was using before, you're planning to get a car. The first stage, which is the low fidelity, is when you started job. You just started a business, started a job. You have not earned money yet. The second stage, which is the mid fidelity, you have started making money and planning and saving in order to get that car. Now, the high fidelity can be when you have saved up money to that point of getting the car. Let's say right now you now have $10,000 in your account. You get what I'm saying? You have $20,000 in your account. You have $30,000 in your account. You have saved it. The money is completed. Now, what you are doing is that you are now going to car vendors. You are going to car vendors, car dealers, and you are pricing. You have not bought the car. You are now pricing. It's becoming a reality. You have the money now. You're not pricing the car. You are pricing the car. You're going from one vendor, calling one vendor or the other, and asking them how much is Benz, how much is BMW, how much is Lexus, how much is. You are now asking. You're pricing. That is what we call the high fidelity wireframe. So in that design, you have been able to see how the design is almost going to look like. You have been able to see how the design is almost going to be what presented. That is the final stage. That is almost the final stage in your sketch. You have sketched right from when it was an idea, from the low fidelity wireframe, all to the point that it is no more an idea. Your design is now becoming a reality when you get to the high fidelity wireframe. Come on, are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? If you're with me, say yeah, yeah. Come on, let's go. If you're with me, say yeah, yeah. If you're with me, say yeah, yeah. By the way, if you're not following us on YouTube, please pause now and click the subscribe button on YouTube. Click the subscribe button on YouTube. There are a lot of trainings we are going to be dishing out very soon. Click the subscribe button on YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. If you're enjoying our training pattern, you want to follow us on YouTube, you want to like this video, do that now. I'm giving everybody 5 seconds to do that. It's not going to take you more than 5 seconds. Make sure you click on the subscribe button and make sure you follow us on YouTube. Click on the subscribe button and then like this live video. Do that now, everybody. We are almost 200, more than 200 on this call. Do that now, do that now, do that now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Do that now, do that now, do that now. Okay, let me take it one more time. The low fidelity is the idea. Sketch. I believe you know what it means to sketch something. Don't worry. When I start doing, you will understand what I'm talking about. When I start practice, right? The low fidelity is to sketch, right? Wireframing is all about sketching your design, sketching the idea that is in your head. That's what wireframing is talking about, right? Before you create a design that will be published, before you create a design that will go out, that will be given to clients, you need to first of all sketch that design, to form that design very well. Because sometimes when you want to design, you might not just wake up and just design what you give a client. No, you need to form that design. The more you are getting inspiration, the more you are forming that design, the more you are getting the design better. That is what wireframe is all about. The more you're getting the design better, the more you are formulating the design. And in order to form this design, you need a process. And that is what the wireframe is talking about. The first stage of that forming of that design is what we call the low fidelity wireframe. Do you get what I'm saying? The low fidelity wireframe, that's the first stage, where you just bring out your idea, right? What is in your head. You are not interested in the structure. You're not interested in the content of that website yet. You are not interested in the content. You are not interested which color, which brand color is going to be used. That's not your concern at that point when you are doing low fidelity wireframe. Are we together? You are not interested in what is the content that is going to come inside of this website and build it. You are not interested. I'm designing. You are not interested. What you're just interested, you just want to know how this idea of this website will look like in a very quick structure. Are we together? It's just like when you are drawing all those cartoon drawing, when you are drawing a human being, right? You just draw a circle, put one stick hand and the rest of them. That's like a sketch, a quick sketch of how a human being looks like. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying. Are you guys with me? That is the low fidelity. The second type of wireframe is the mid, when you are graduating from the low fidelity and you are now more structured. You are not trying to put in more sauce to your design. You are not trying to put in more structure to your design. You are not trying to put in more energy to your design. You are not trying to bring in more elements. You are now more concerned with more elements, how the design is going to look, how the design is going to be structured, where the design is going to be placed, whether is it going to be placed on the left hand side, on the right hand side, on the top, where elements in the design is going to be placed. Are we together? You are now more concerned in the mid fidelity. Then finally, the high fidelity is where you now get everything to realization. You are now seeing the design. You have applied the low, you have applied the mid, you have gone to the mid, and in the high fidelity, everything is looking real for you, right? You're seeing the color, you are seeing how the design will look like, you are enjoying the design and the rest of them. For example, the assignment you guys were given is a high fidelity wireframe, right? It's a high fidelity design, right? Is a high fidelity design, right? Where you have seen a design, how that design is going to what is going to look. Is that okay? Good. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. So we are going to be practicing the difference between low, mid, and high fidelity wireframe. Are we together? We are going to be practicing the difference between low, mid, fidelity wireframe, low, mid, fidelity wireframe. We're going to be practicing that there. The low fidelity, when it's just an idea, the mid fidelity, when you are now adding more elements, more details into that particular idea, when you are now adding more details into that particular idea, we're going to look at the difference. And lastly, the high fidelity wireframe. So everybody, I need you to open your PC right now. Okay, open your PC right now so that we can show you the difference between the, because after today there's going to be another assignment. Remember, I'll keep saying this: no test, no assignment. If you don't have your test, you don't do your test, rather you don't do your assignment, you're not going to get certified. If you don't do your test, you don't do your assignment, you're not going to get what? Certified. And make sure you are on our Telegram platform, because of the test is going to be sent on the Telegram platform. The test will be sent on the Telegram platform. The assignment is also going to send on the Telegram platform. So you want to make sure you are on the Telegram platform. If you're not on the Telegram platform, you're not going to get that. Is that okay? Good. Thank you so much. So everybody open your PC. As we're opening our PC, let's go for a juice break. You can sip your water. You can sip your pineapple juice today. You can sip your water, your pineapple juice, your orange juice, your whatever you have, right? Just sip it, take a deep breath, open your PC, open your MacBook, anything you use, and let's get into Figma right now. So I'm opening mine at the moment. Okay. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. I'm going to be sharing my screen on my Figma so that we can show the difference between these two, right? So that everybody gets the difference between these two. Remember, you're going to be given an assignment to design a low and mid fidelity wireframe. So please, you want to make sure you are following whatever we are teaching you tonight. Is that okay? You want to make sure you're following whatever we're teaching you tonight so that you're not going to get it, you're not going to get lost, and so that we can find you, right? You're not going to get lost, and so that we can find you. Okay. Okay, right now I'm in my Figma. Come on, the moment you can see my Figma, can you put on the comment section, put fly, 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 fly. The moment you can see my Figma, can you put fly on the comment? Can you put fly on the comment? The moment you can see my screen, can you put fly on the comment? Come on, let's have that. Let's have that. Let's have that. I'm currently on Figma right now. So if you have gotten to Figma and you can see my screen, let's get fly. Let's get fly. Let's get fly. Let's get fly so that we can keep going. Okay, thank you. So I'm right here on Figma right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a new design file, right? I'm going to use a new design file, right, for today again. So I'm going to create a new design file. You can still use your existing file if you want. If you want to, your choice. You can still use your existing design file if you want to. That's totally your choice. Is that okay? So I'm just going to create a new design file right here, especially for those that might have forgotten, but I doubt why you should have forgotten. But I'm just going to create a new design file right here. Is that fine? Okay, so I'm going to double click here and then I'll create a new design file right here. Okay, great. So if you have opened your design file, please can you just put on the comment section following. If you have successfully opened your design file, can you put on the comment section following? Can you put following on the comment section? Let me know that you're following me. Is that okay? If you have successfully opened your design file, can you put on the comment section following? Let me know that you're following me. Is that okay? If you have successfully opened your design file, just put on the comment section following. Let me know that you're following me so that we can ride along together. Okay. Okay. Now, man down on what? I don't understand. I just opened the design file. Somebody said man down. How? Is it that you don't know how to open a design file, or you have not been attending our training? Please let me know what your problem is. Joel, you said man down. Man down how? I have not done anything strange. I just opened a new design file. Is that okay? So unless you don't know how to open a design file, which I believe that if you have been following this training from day one, you should know how to open a new design file. We have done that again and again and again and again. We can't be in nursery one every time now, right? So we have opened new design file again and again and again. Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Joel, please try to catch up. We have not done anything strange for you to say man down. Is that okay? I've not done any practice for you to say man down. So please try to catch up. We just opened a design file. Okay, now we have this new design file. So the first thing we are going to be doing is to first of all title. I'm going to title my design. So I'll call this this is our third lecture. So I'll call this lesson 3. I'll title my design. Where am I going to title my design? Where am I going to title my design? I'll title my design at the top left-hand corner of my screen. So design, I'll call this lesson 3. So this is lesson 3. So I just titled my design on the top left-hand corner of my screen. On the top left-hand corner of my screen. Is that okay? Good. Now, on the top left-hand corner of my screen, the first thing I'm going to do, just like what we usually do, we want to create a low fidelity. We want to see how a low fidelity looks like. We want to see how a low fidelity looks like. If you guys should give me a minute, give me a second, guys. Give me a second. I have a business call. Give me a second. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry for that break. I'm back. Okay, now the first thing we are going to do is that we are going to be creating a frame, right? We're going to be creating a frame in order to showcase our low fidelity wireframe. We are going to be creating a frame. All assignment link are still open. Who is still asking that the opportunity to submit our assignment? Your assignment link is still open. Have you checked and it was closed? It hasn't been closed. Go and submit your assignment. You check something before you confirm if it has been closed. So check. All assignment link are still open. Please go submit your assignment. Is that okay? Thank you. Okay. So I will come to this lower portion right here, my toolbar. I'll come to my toolbar right here, and then I'm going to select my frame. By now everybody knows what frame 2 is. Remember, ABCD standard. The first step A, right? Step A is the frame. Step A is the frame. Step A is the frame. So you're going to see the frame right here, right? So you select the frame. I believe that by now everybody knows how to select the frame. Everybody knows how to select a frame. You can see it. So I'm going to select a frame, and we are still using iPhone 16, right? You can use any of the phone screen you want, depending on what you're building for the client. But for the sake of this training, we're just using iPhone 16, right? It's not like it is compulsory that you must be using iPhone 16, right? So you can use any of the phone screen based on what you are building for your clients, right? So any one of your choice. But for this class, we're just choosing iPhone 16 so that we can be in unison. Is that okay, right? Right. So I'm just going to choose iPhone 16. I selected the frame. I came to this right hand side on my screen, which is the property area. That's step B. Step A. What is step A? Step A is to go to your tool panel, the second tool, click on the second tool. You are going to see frame. Select the frame tool, and your frame property will open for you at the right hand side. You can see it right here. Your frame property will open for you. You select iPhone 16. So if I select iPhone 16, I see my iPhone 16 right here. So can we see our iPhone 16 with me? Can we see our iPhone 16 with me? So I see my iPhone 16 right here. Can we see our iPhone 16 with me? I see my iPhone 16 right here. Can we see our iPhone 16 with me now? Okay. Okay. Good. If you have done this, come on. If you have done this, just put on the comment section. Right. I need 31 persons to put right on the comment section before I continue. I'll just keep waiting. Can you put right? Okay. Now, the next thing we are going to do now is we are going to be renaming our iPhone 16. So we're going to be renaming it based on what we are doing today, right? So today we are going to be creating low fidelity wireframe. That's the first thing we are going to be creating. So how do I rename my iPhone 16, right? I'm just going to go to the iPhone 16. That's the frame called iPhone 16. No, I taught you guys there are two ways to rename. Either you rename from your layers or you rename directly from the frame at the top right here. So let me zoom in a little. So I'm zooming in right now. So I just rename right here. Is that okay? So I come here and I type right here. I double click on this iPhone 16 -1, and then I just type low. I call it low fidelity, low fidel. I'll just call it short form low fidel. So low fidel, I just type low fidel. I just called it low fidel. So this is my low fidelity wireframe. So I just call this low fidel, right? So you can do that as well. So now I've called this low fidel, right? Which is very important and very crucial. Is that okay? So the next thing I'm going to do is to start building. So I have a design. Let's assume I have a design idea in my head. So, but I want to use low fidelity wireframe to show you what it means by creating a first sketch of a design idea. So what design idea do I have in my head? So I have a design idea of, let's say, a design idea of, let's say, a fintech app. I have a design idea of a fintech app. So I want to be able to create quickly the low fidelity wireframe of how that fintech home screen is going to look like. Is that okay? So I want to quickly create the low fidelity wireframe of how that fintech home screen is going to look like. So you guys want to follow me, please follow me so that you can get the same result at the end of the day like me. Is that okay? Good. Is that fine? Good. So the first thing I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to before I continue, okay, let me just continue. I'll teach you guys that what I want to say later, right? The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the rectangle tool. Now the rectangle tool is at the bottom right here, right? I'm going to go to the rectangle tool. You can see the rectangle tool right here is the third tool at the bottom. 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 So when you go 1, 2, 3, you go 1, 2, 3, you go 1, 2, 3. I'm repeating it again. 1, 2, 3. You go 1, 2, 3. You go 1, 2, 3. So I come here and I pick the rectangle tool. I click on the shape tool, and then I can pick the rectangle tool right here. Are you seeing what I'm doing right here now? So I pick the rectangle tool. By now, everybody is already familiar with using the rectangle tool. If you have been attending this class, if today is your first day, please go watch the recorded section. All the recorded section are right here on YouTube. We have already formed we have created a playlist for all the classes right from day one right here on YouTube. So you can check for that playlist. The playlist is called Learn UI UX Design for Free. So you can go and check the playlist as well and get all the section if today is your first day, right? Good. So I'm just going to create a small rectangle. So this rectangle I'm just creating right here. I'll create a little rectangle. Is that fine? So this rectangle right here I'm creating is going to be something like for the maybe the logo or something of the fintech, or let's say the logo or the menu bar, or maybe the profile. So this rectangle is just going to be for the profile. But you find out that what I'm doing, I'm not very detailed. Are you seeing what I'm saying? I'm not very detailed to make sure to, just like how we did in our last class design, that we're able to put a picture to confirm that this was a profile. In the low fidelity, I'm not ready to be that detailed. I'm not ready to add more detail. I'm just ready to put in items, elements, to just bring out my idea, what I'm thinking about. Is that okay? Are you guys with me? Come on. Are you guys with me? If you're with me, come on. Can I get I love PD on the comments? Can I get I love PD on the comment? Can I get 18 I love PD on the comment? If you're with me, can I get 18 I love PD on the comment? Is that okay? So this is going to be for the profile. So I just put profile. There's no need to even identify it as profile. You don't need that. You don't really need that in the low fidelity wireframe. You're just trying to bring in your idea. You can do that in the mid fidelity wireframe. Is that okay? So the next thing, I'm just going to bring in another rectangle. I'm just going to bring in another rectangle here. This is going to be for my menu. So this one here is going to be for my menu. Are you seeing what I'm doing right here now? So this one is going to be for my menu. This is going to be for my menu. For my menu, are you seeing what I'm doing right here? So this is going to be for my menu. Are you seeing it? So I just created another rectangle. So everybody, I need you to do that. Create another rectangle. So I'm just trying to represent my idea. I'm not trying to make it to be very, very clear. It is not here I will make it to be very, very clear. Where I will make it to be very, very clear is in the mid fidelity and then the high fidelity. Low fidelity is just a rough sketch of my idea, the way it is in my head, before the thing will leave my head, before the thing will run away from my head. It's just like, it's a document. We call it document of intent, right? In project management, there's a document called document of intent before you are able to create what we call your product charter document. Is that okay? Right? So that document of intent in UI UX design, a kind of it is a low fidelity wireframe, right? Where you are able to the thing, your intention in your head, you just put it out real quick before that intention leaves you. Is that okay? Are you guys with me? Are you guys with me? Are you guys loving this lecture? Are you guys? I hope we are giving you ABCD the way we promised. If we are giving you ABCD, please don't be tired of commenting. It is your comments that tells me that you're following. Just put ABCD on the comment. If you are genuinely sure we are giving you ABCD, put ABCD on the comment. It encourages your instructor. It lets your instructor know that he's doing a great job, right? It lets him know that he's doing a great job. Come on, let's have that. Okay, so I have this section is likely going to be for my menu. Is likely going to be for my menu. Is that okay? Is likely going to be for my menu. Then the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to bring out another rectangle right here. And then I'm going to draw another rectangle right here, right? I'm going to just draw your own rectangle. You don't need to use the same size I'm using. Is that okay? Just draw your own rectangle. You don't need to use the same size I'm using. We have passed the stage where you need to be using exactly the same size. And you just draw your own. I trust you guys. I know you guys are good already. You guys are learning. I trust you guys. Just draw your own rectangle. Is that okay? So we are going to draw another rectangle here. This is going to be where all the information about the fintech is going to be. Maybe the product, maybe image or something, maybe image of advertising or something like that. So if there's going to be an image here, there's a way we normally signify that in UI UX design that shows that there's going to be an image inside of this big rectangle that you have here. Is that okay? So how we signify that, you can either use an icon or you can use what we call a line. You can either use an icon or you can use what we call a line. What did I say? You can either use an icon or what did I say? You can use a line. Come on, can I have that on the comment? Icon or line, icon or line, icon or line, icon or line, icon or line. Is that okay? Come on, let's do that. Icon or line, icon or line, icon or line, icon or line. Is that okay? So you can either, so we are going to be using a line for the sake of this class. Is that okay? So how do we get a line? The same thing. I'm going to go to the rectangle tool again, or rather the shape tool again. I'm going to go to the shape tool again. Come on, are you guys with me? Now I'll click on the drop down and then you are going to see line. Are you seeing it? Line, line. The short key for it is key L. The short key for this is key L. So you're going to see line, right? Line, line, line. L-I-N-E. L-I-N-E. That is for line. So you're going to see line. So I'm just going to click on line right here. And now I have a line. So I'll draw a line from the left to the right. Are you seeing it? I've drawn a line from the left to the right. I'll go back again, choose another line, and then I will draw this time around from the right top to the bottom left. Are you seeing it? So I just drew a line. This shows that with this line, it tells someone or anybody or your product manager, or if you're working for a company, your organization, you're working within a team, it tells your team members that you're collaborating with, it tells them that there's going to be an image in here. Are you seeing it? It tells them that there's going to be an image in here. Is that okay? So I'm going to do that one more time for those that we are leaving behind. If any way we are leaving you behind, we are here for you. We don't want to leave you behind. Remember our motto, no man down. Is that okay? No man down. Remember our motto, no man down, no man down, no man down. Is that okay? So let me put the line one more time for those that were lost as I was putting the line. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is to create a line. So I'm going to go back, pick the line. Where did I get the line from? I got the line from my shape 2. The same place you've been getting your rectangle, right? Where is my shape 2? My shape 2 is at the bottom, is at the bottom. Look at the bottom. Look at where my mouse cursor is dangling. You can zoom your screen on your YouTube. You can zoom your screen on your YouTube and increase the quality of your video so that you can be able to see my screen clearly, right? At this point, you don't want to having a blurry screen right now. So when you go to the bottom right hand corner, you count from the left hand side, you count 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3 again, 1, 2, 3 again, 1, 2, 3 again, 1, 2, 3. And the last time, 1, 2, 3. Now the third two, the same place where you've been getting your rectangle from, is that okay? You'll see a drop down just beside it, a tiny arrow that is facing downward. That's what we call a drop down arrow. Is that okay? Right? That's what we call a drop down arrow. So we click on that drop down arrow, and then you're going to see the different tools that you can have here. Are you seeing it? You're going to see the different tools that you can have here. You're going to see the rectangle, you're going to see the line, you're going to see the arrow, you're going to see the ellipse, you're going to see the polygon, you're going to see star, you're going to see image. Is that okay? So you're going to pick the line tool and then you draw, just like drag and drop. I told everybody to go and learn how to do drag and drop. If you don't know how to use a PC, you don't know how to use a Mac, and you have never used a computer before, I said it in the last class, go and find someone to teach you basics of computer, how to do computer, how to use drag and drop, how to hold your mouse, how to highlight things. All these are basic computer. If you don't have basic computer knowledge, this might look difficult for you, but trust me, if you know how to operate computer basically, you know how to operate a PC basically, this thing will not be a big deal for you. Then you go here from the top left hand corner, you hold your left click and then you drag down to the bottom right hand corner. Is that okay? You drag down to the bottom right hand corner. Is that fine? And then you go back again, you release your hand from the left click, and you go back again to your line. You select the line again. Now this time around, you are going to be starting from the top right hand corner. You place your item on the top right hand corner, right? The top right hand corner of that rectangle, and you drag. I'm still holding my left click. I've not released it. I'm still holding my left click. I've not released it. You drag it until it gets to the bottom left hand corner and you release it. Now the moment you do that, you have been able to get this these lines across, and this line signifies that there is supposed to be an image right here. Is that okay? This line signifies that there is supposed to be an image right here. So we have gotten this. Is that fine? Great one. I love you guys. You guys are doing amazing. I love you guys. Okay, good. The next thing we are going to do, you know, in apps, they used to have in fintech apps, like most fintech apps you use the likes of Stripe, you use PayPal, you use some other apps that you use in order to do your transactions and all the wonderful transactions you do both internationally and locally. For those of you in Africa, you use things like, those of you in Ghana, you use things like Momo, right? You use things like Cheaper Cash. For those of you in Nigeria, you use things like OPay, Money Points, PalmPay. Do you get what I'm saying, right? All those wonderful things that you use, right? Good. Now they always have some items, some other options that you can choose here. So I just want to bring out my idea. I don't have time to start getting the options correctly. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to select another rectangle. Come on, we are still in the rectangle business. Come on, we are still in the rectangle business. Where are we? We are still in the rectangle business. So I'm going to select the rectangle right here, and then I'll just draw small boxes right here. Are you seeing it? So this one is going to be for the items like airtime, like if you want to choose airtime, if you want to choose data, if you want to maybe do sports betting, maybe if you want to subscribe to other government fees and all that. You know how those things works now, right? If you use all these fintech apps and all that, you know, we are currently in the wave of fintech, right? That is why one of the top areas in design right now is fintech. We are currently in the wave of fintech, especially in Africa, right? So you see all these things. So I'm just going to have these boxes right here. 2, 3, 4. So what I'm doing is that I'm just duplicating. That's what I'm doing. So I'm just duplicating my boxes. I'm just duplicating my boxes. I'm just duplicating my boxes. 5, right? So I just have 5. You can choose to have 4. You can choose to have 4. You can choose to have 4. But me, I have 5. You can choose to have 4. Me, I have 5 right here. You can choose to have 4. Okay, let's make it equal. Let's make it 4. Let's make it 4 boxes. Is that okay? Let's make it 4 boxes. So I'm just going to use 4 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll move this one to the extreme and just make sure everything is correct. Now, there's something I want to teach you, how to make sure everything is aligned. Now, listen, everybody, you need to focus. You need to focus now. Focus with me now. Leave any distraction around you right now. Anybody distracting you right now is not supposed to distract you at this point that I want to do something awesome. Is that okay? Nobody should distract you at this point. I want to do something awesome. Is that fine? Okay, if anybody distracting you, tell the person, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Now, what you're going to do now in order to get all these things to have the same spaces or rather the same margins and all that, you're going to select them. How do you select? I've taught you guys how to select. You click on anyone holding your shift key. I'm holding my shift key on my keyboard right now. I'm using a Windows system. I'm using a PC. I'm holding my shift key right now. Can you see it? I'm holding my shift key. I'm holding my shift key. What did I say? Shift, S-H-I-F-T, 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 shift, so that you don't say you don't know what shift key is. Is that fine? Now I hold down my shift key and then I'll start tapping. What do I mean by tapping? I'll start clicking on each of these little boxes and I'll click on them. I'll click on the 4 of them. Right now, I've clicked on the 4 of them. I'm going to go to the right hand side of my screen. I've clicked on the 4 of them. I've selected the 4 of them right now. I'm going to go to the right hand side of my screen. Now, if you go to the right hand side of your screen, you're going to see position. Under the position section, what did I say you're going to see? Position. What did I say you're going to see? Position. What is position spelled? Position is spelled P-O-S-I-T-I-O-N. How is position spelled? Position is spelled P-O-S-I-T-I-O-N. For the last time, how is position spelled? Position is spelled P-O-S-I-T-I-O-N. Is that okay? So you're going to see the position section. Under the position section, you're going to see what we call alignment. Are you with me? You're going to see what we call alignment. You're going to see what we call alignment. Alignment. A-L-I-G-N-M-E-N-T. Just look at the top right here. Look at where my cursor is dangling. Look at where my cursor is rotating around. Look at where my cursor is dangling, is rotating. You're going to see alignment, 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 alignment. Now, when you see that alignment, under it, you're going to see different alignments. The first one, they are like icons. You're going to see align left. You're going to see align horizontal center. You're going to see align right. You're going to see align top. You're going to see align vertical center. You're going to see align bottom. Now, all these alignments, this is not what we want. What we want is that we're going to click on that 3 more action dots. Can you see the 3 more action dots right here? You're going to click on the 3 more action dots. For my own is not showing all of them. So it's giving me a 3 more action dots, and I'm going to see distribute horizontal spacing. So that is what I need. I need to distribute everything to be equal horizontally. So I'll just click on that and everything becomes equal horizontally. Can you see it? Everything becomes equal horizontally. Everything becomes equal horizontally. Come on, if you have done that, if you have done that, if you have done that right now, say too sweet, say too sweet, say too sweet, say too sweet, say too sweet on the comment. Say too sweet, say too sweet, say too sweet, say too sweet on the comment. Too sweet on the comment. Say too sweet on the comment. Good. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do that one more time, just for those that we left behind, right? There's a particular Maxwell that is sitting down somewhere and saying that he didn't really get it. It's not like his network was bad, right? So I'm going to do that for that. My spirit is telling me on Maxwell, right? So let me do that one more time. Remember, no man down. So what do we do? Let me undo what I did. What did I do? Starting again real quick this time around. I did selection. How did I select? Held my shift key, right? And then I tapped on all these boxes I created right here. And then I went to the right-hand side where you're going to see the position section, right? If you were man down, listen now and follow. Is that okay? Now, position. You're going to see position right here, right? Now, when you see position right here, under this position section, right, you're going to see, look at where I am. I'm on the right-hand side now. First of all, you must select all the items. You must select all the boxes. If you don't select all the boxes, you can't get what I'm doing right now. What did I say? You must select all the boxes. If you don't select all the boxes, you can't get what I'm doing right now. So once you select all the boxes, you go to the property panel, which is on the right-hand side. And then the first property is position. The first property, you can see that all these properties are labeled. The first one is position. The second one is layout. The next one is appearance. And like that, like that, like that, like that, and like that, right? So the first property is position. You see the position. Under the position, the items under position is alignment, position, and transform. So we are interested in alignment. So the alignment you are looking for, you need to click on these three, the S stream. Look at the S stream. You see a 3 dots there. You see a 3 dots on the S stream. Is that okay? You see a 3 dots on the S stream. Is that fine? Is that okay? Is that good? Right now, when you see a 3 dot on the S stream, that 3 dot, if you hover on it, there will be a toothpick, what we call a toothpick pop-up, that is going to tell you more action. Are you seeing it? It's going to have more action right here. You click on it, and then when you click on it, there's going to be a pop-up windows like a drop down that is going to tell you tidy up, or that's going to tell you distribute vertical spacing or distribute horizontal spacing. Is that okay? So what we are going to be selecting is distribute horizontal spacing. Why? Because of horizontal is a row and vertical is a column. Is that fine? Horizontal means a row and vertical means a column. And what we are trying to align is in a row, is not in a column. A row is like this. Look at how my cursor is. A row is like this. This is a row. This is a row. And a column is like this. This is a row, this is a column, this is a row, this is a column. Do you get that? Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to be using horizontal. So I click on horizontal spacing and everything is aligned properly. So I believe at this point, everybody has been carried along. If you are down at this point, it means that two things might be your issue. You're distracted or you're having a very important network connection. You're having a very important network connection issue. Is that okay? So try to help yourself. Is that okay? We are here for you. I will want you to follow. If you're with me, say ABCD on the comment. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do right now, I've set this up. The next thing I'm going to do right here is I'm going to be putting, okay, let's duplicate this. Let's just make this more. So I'm going to selecting everything here. Let's just make it, instead of 4, let's make it 8. I'm going to be selecting everything right here. So remain the same selection, holding my shift key, and then I duplicate. I'm going to duplicate it. I select it, and then I duplicate everything together, and it has been duplicated. Another way to do it is you can do it one by one, but me, I like fast cuts. Is that okay? You can do the boxes again one by one, but me, I like fast cuts. Is that fine? I like fast cut. What is fast cut? I like to use shortcuts in order to do things. It makes my design clean. It makes my design faster. Is that okay? So what I just did here, I just duplicated this, what we have here. I duplicated it right here. Is that okay? So go ahead and duplicate, or you can do the boxes again one by one. Either you go ahead and duplicate, or you can do the boxes again one by one. Is that okay? Okay, so you see it. So I just duplicated 1, 2, 3. So I have 8. So this shows all the 8 items. Maybe this first one will be for airtime. The second one might be for data. The third one might be for subscription. The fourth one might be for maybe sports betting, and like that, like that, like that, like that. Is that okay? So after that, on apps, some of the fintech app, you might see something like let's say transaction. You might see something like transaction history. You might see something like transaction history. So let's get the transaction history, right? So let's get the transaction history. Before the transaction history, you might see something like maybe a headline. So I'm going to pick a rectangle again, but this time around a smaller rectangle. Are you guys with me? I'm going to pick a rectangle, but this time around a smaller rectangle. So I pick a smaller rectangle, and then I'm going to draw a smaller rectangle. Are you seeing it? I'm going to draw a smaller rectangle. Are you seeing it? I drew a smaller rectangle. This rectangle signifies a headline. It signifies what? A headline. What did I say? A headline. That's a write-up. So I'm going to draw a smaller rectangle like this. Now, in order for it to be different from these ones, so I'm going to change the color. I'll make the color a little bit thicker, right? The ash color, I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. Is that fine? Come on. Are you guys getting me? Come on. I'm going to make the color a little bit thicker. I'm going to make the color a little bit thicker. Now, how do I make the color a little bit thicker? I click on this rectangle and I scroll to the property area. You're going to see fill. Are you seeing it? Fill, where we have always been selecting colors and adding pictures and images and the rest of them, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'll click on the fill color, and then I will reduce the color, just make it a little bit thicker. Is that okay for my headline? So the color, for those of you that need the color code I'm using ADA, Adadad, that's the spelling, Adadad, ADADAD. So you just come here and you can type what I'm just calling for you here in this box, ADADAD. ADADAD. So type in your color code, type in this exact color code I'm calling for you now, guys. Type in this exact color code I'm calling for you. Adadad, ADADAD. Is that okay? Come on, can I get it on the comment section? ADADAD. Can I get it? So that's the color code I'm using. So I just want to change the color code so that it will signify that this is a headline and it will be different from others. Is that fine? Okay, so now I have that color code. The next thing, this shows that this is going to be something like a header for me. Then after the header, I can start putting my my transaction history. This is the header for transaction history. I can start putting my transaction history. So let me show you how we can put our transaction history. So I can use the same thing, use a rectangle, a big one, but this time around, transaction history will have a big rectangle. We'll have a big rectangle, and then we have a smaller one. So I'll just do a duplicate quickly. So we'll have a big rectangle and a smaller rectangle. Are you seeing it? So this is showing that this is a text. This is how we identify text in low fidelity wireframe. This is how we identify that there is supposed to be a text here. What do I mean by text? A font, a text. Just like what you understand about using a text to write on document. That's what I mean. So this shows that this is supposed to be a text. No transaction history. They'll write the transaction, and then they can write other information, maybe the organization the money was coming from. And on this other side, then here will be the money. Here will be the money. The money will be here. So I'll just draw something little here for the money. The amount that the amount of the transaction will be somewhere here. The amount of the transaction will be somewhere here. Are you seeing it? Come on, guys. Are you seeing it? So I have the amount of the transaction here. So this will be the amount. This will be transaction, right? The narration of the transaction. This can be where the transaction is coming from, and this will be the amount of the transaction. Come on. If you're enjoying our lecture and you know that, man, these guys are good, these guys are the best, these guys are the best, just put on the comment section the best, the best, the best. Just put on the comment section the best, the best, the best. Before I get into the next thing, just put on the comment section the best, the best, the best. Put on the comment section the best, the best, the best. Come on, do it for me. The best. As you're putting on the comment section the best, let's go for a juice break. Just sip something. You can take water. You can take lemon juice. You can take something, not beer. Don't do beer, please. Don't do alcohol, right? So you can take a lemon juice. You can take an orange juice, or just something light. Come on, let's go for that. Let's go for that. Let's go for that. Thank you. I'm going to be coming back shortly. Let me take mine. I'm going to be coming back shortly in the next 20 seconds. If you have not meet up with us, use this time to meet up. Use this time to meet up. Okay, so I'm back. Come on, I'm back. I'm back. If you're with me, come on. Can we say let's fly now? Can we say let's fly now? If you're with me, can we say let's fly now? Can we say let's fly now? If you're with me, can we say let's fly? Okay, I'm back and let us fly as we used to fly. Okay, so now going back to the design, right? So we have created the first transaction link on our low fidelity wireframe. Is that okay? So we are going to be duplicating this. Instead of doing this again, no transaction used to be more than one sometimes, right? So we can have more than one transaction. Is that okay? We can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as many as possible. Is that okay? So what we are going to do now is we are going to select all this. Now you're going to group this, right? You're going to do what? Group this. You're going to group I'm going to teach you guys what grouping is right now. You're going to group this so that you can be able to duplicate it easily. So how do you group? We have done grouping before. I think we did grouping in our class 2 days ago. Okay, so we're going to group this. How do we group this? I will select, still selecting, holding my shift key. Come on, walk with me. I'm not going to leave you behind. I'm not here to leave you behind. I'm here for you. I love you, and I want you to learn UI UX design. Do you get me? I love you. I want you to learn UI UX design. So I'm not here to leave you behind. No matter what you think that you can learn, you can learn. Trust me. Trust me. That's why I'm here for you. Right? I believe in you. Okay, now you're going to see this rectangle that you've done, and then you hold your shift key, you click on the first rectangle, still holding your shift key. Please don't leave that shift key, right? Don't leave that shift key. Is that okay? You click on the second rectangle, and then you click on the what, on the third rectangle. So I clicked on the transaction narration, I clicked on the sender of the transaction, and then I clicked on the amount. So I've selected the three of them. Is that okay? Is that fine? I selected the three of them, and then once I select it, I can release my hand from the shift key. Now I make sure my cursor is inside of the selection, then I right click on it and I say group selection. The short key for it is Control G. So once you select them, you can just tap Control G on your keyboard and it will be grouped. Is that okay? You can just tap Control G on your keyboard and it will be grouped. Come on, come on, come on. I'm not gonna leave you behind. I know you're saying I'm gonna leave you behind. I'm not gonna leave you behind. Let me do this one more time. Let me do this again. Okay. Let me do this again. Okay. Good. So the next thing I'm going to do is that I want to do it again. I want to show you how to group one more time, right? So I go here, I select the narration of the transaction, I select the sender. How am I selecting it? I'm holding down my shift key and just tapping my left click on my mouse pad. Is that okay? I'm just tapping my left click on my mouse pad. That's what I mean by selection. Is that fine? That's what I mean by selection. And then I select the amount and then I release my hand. Then make sure my cursor is inside the selection. If your cursor is outside the selection, you won't get it. It won't group. Is that okay? It won't group. Is that okay? So you want to make sure your cursor is inside the selection for it to group. If your cursor is any other place, it won't group. Is that okay? So you want to make sure your cursor is inside the selection. And then you right click inside the selection and then you see group selection, and you click on group selection and it has been selected. I want to believe that you've gotten this right and clear. Okay, now if you've gotten this, the next thing we are going to be duplicating this into like 5 or 6 places. So let's see how many it can give to us. So let's duplicate together. Remember the short form of duplicating, Control D, or you just hold your alternate key and you drag down. The moment, let's use that. I love that. That's pretty much easy. That's what I use all the time. So you hold your alternate key and then immediately you hold your alternate key, you find out that your cursor, you find out that your cursor, if you hold your alternate key, you find out that your cursor becomes double. Is that okay? Your cursor becomes double. You can now, you see what I'm doing? Come on, 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 you see what I'm doing? I'm just duplicating. You see what I'm doing very fast. You see why mine is fast. You see what I'm doing? Right? You see what I'm doing? Nice. Great. Are you seeing it? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So mine is 6. Let me do one more. Let me do one more. 7. So mine is 7. So you see 7. I have 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I just duplicated these for 7. I just duplicated 7 transactions. You can see it. 7 transactions. You can see it. Okay. Okay. You can see what I just did now. 7 transactions. You can see it. I just duplicated it. So let me do this again. Let me do this again so that we don't leave anybody behind. Remember our motto, no man down. Remember our motto, no man down. So help your people, help everyone. We are together here and want to achieve something together. So let me undo all what I've done and do this one more time. Okay, so let me undo. I've undo them. So let me now do it again so that everybody gets it together. Is that okay? So everybody gets it together. So what did I do? Let me undo everything, all the grouping I did so that everybody gets it together. So what did I do? Okay, so I held my shift key. Is that okay? And then I selected, or we have done select many times. I've told you guys select, select, select. Anything you do in your design, make sure you learn how to remember what you have done previously, right? It's the same thing. It's the same process. It's the same thing we have been doing again and again and again, right? Again and again and again, right? So what I just did now is I selected all these and then I right clicked inside of them to group them. The short key for grouping is Control G. If you don't want to right click, you can type Control G on your keyboard after selecting them and you will group. Remember, you only type Control G when you've selected them. You can't just type Control G like that, right? You must type it only when you have selected them. Is that okay? Good. So if you do that, you click on group. When you group, you can now to undo, Control Z. You do Control Z to undo. Control Z, you undo. Is that okay? Control Z for undo. If you want to ungroup, you right click on anything you have grouped. You see the option here that says ungroup. You see the option here that says ungroup. You can ungroup it as well. So you see the option that says ungroup. You can ungroup it as well. Is that fine? Okay. So I've grouped this. Now let me just duplicate quickly. If I duplicate, I duplicate, I duplicate again, I duplicate again, I duplicate again. So I have my duplicate. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 already. Okay. So I duplicate again. Let me just make it 7. Duplicate again. Oh no, 6 is fine. 6 is fine. Let me leave it at 6. 6 is fine for me. Right. So I duplicate again. This will be for my transaction. Is that okay? So I've done my transaction. So everybody, we are waiting for you. Everybody get to this point. Get to this point. Get to this point. Get to this point quickly. Get to this point quickly. Get to this point quickly. Okay, I can see done on the comment. I can see done on the comment. Thank you so much. Okay, so if you have done that, the next thing we're just going to show that here is going to be for our menu. You know, every app has a menu most of the times at the lower part, right? So that the menu is where you navigate in order to go to different aspects of the app, right? So in order to do that, remember, we are still doing low fidelity wireframe. So we can just use a box to represent that. So we can just use a box to represent that. That would be our menu, right? Nothing too detailed. So we can just use a box to represent that. So I'll just select this rectangle and then draw a rectangle here. I'll draw a rectangle here. Just draw a rectangle at the bottom here. Draw a rectangle at the bottom here to show that my menus are going to be here. Is that okay? So I'll just draw a rectangle at the bottom to show that my menu are going to be here. Another way I can use is showing this, I can use an icon to show that this place is going to be for my menu. So I can use an icon to show that this is going to be for some of my menu items like home, like cards, like all those wonderful menus that are on fintech, like settings and the rest of them. So I can use this to signify. Are you seeing what I'm doing? So if you want to identify the different parts, you can now go ahead to use your text tool to identify. So I can use my text tool and identify here as menu. So I'll just type here menu. So this will be for menu. So here will just be for menu. So this is where my menu items will be. So you guys can see what I did there now. I just used my text tool and I just typed menu. You can see what I did there. I used my text tool and I just typed menu. Right? What did I do? Let me do it again. Let me do it again so that I don't leave anybody behind. Let me do it again so that I don't leave anybody behind. Okay? Okay. So let me do it again. I'll undo this. Select your text tool just as we normally do. draw a box, and then type menu. Menu. You can go and edit the menu how you want it to be. I'll put the alignment, select the text. I'll make sure the text is aligned center. And then the text, you can want to increase it a little. I'll put mine at 16. The font size of the text, I'll put mine at 16. So you see the typography. Where you see typography option, you can change your typography. It's your choice. You can decide to use another typography, just like what you do on Microsoft Word. Is that okay? Just like what you do on Microsoft Word. Is that okay? So you can decide to change your typographies. That's fine, right? So if I go to this typography, under the typography section, right, on the right hand side, after writing my menu, I can choose the typography. Everybody change your typography to Just. I like using this type called Just. It's a very good type. I love the type. It makes your design look clean. It makes your design look clean, and it's a very good write-up. It's a very good, what we call sans serif write-up. It's a very good sans serif write-up, and it's mostly used by designers, right? So some fonts that you might be using to make your design look good, you can write it down. We have fonts like Just. We have what we call Poppins. We have Poppins. We have Roboto. We have these are fonts that are nice. These are fonts that are great. We have Montserrat. These are fonts that looks good when you are using it for your design. Because one thing you need to understand about design, anything can bring out the beauty of your design or can make your design beauty not to be seen. And one of those things is font. So you need to be very good in selecting fonts in your design. A bad font can make your design not to look good, not to be appreciated the way that design is supposed to be appreciated. Is that fine? Okay, is that fine? Right? Is that fine? So you need to understand that. So I gave you some fonts that you want to get used to. These are sans serif fonts. We call them Just. You have Montserrat, you have Roboto, you have Poppins, right? You can check them online. These are fonts that are very good that you want to use for your design. Is that okay? Just, Montserrat, Poppins, Roboto. These are fonts. So I just use Just for the sake of this training, and then I'll zoom out. Okay, great one. Okay, now we have our low fidelity wireframe. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing how it is? A rough sketch, a quick rough sketch. Now, come on. Are you seeing how it looks like? A quick rough sketch. Are you seeing how it looks like? Are you seeing how it looks like? A quick rough sketch. Are you seeing how it looks like? Are you seeing how it looks like? A quick rough sketch. Are you seeing how it looks like? Come on. Are you seeing how it looks like? Come on. If you have done this and you have understood this like a rough sketch, like my idea that is on my head, I just brought it out and say, let me do this. This is a quick idea of a low fidelity wireframe. If you have done this, come on, give yourself the best emoji that you have ever dropped for yourself, not for me, for yourself. Give yourself the best emoji that you've ever dropped for yourself. Come on, let's do that. Let's do that now. Let's do that. Come on, let's go. Give yourself the best emoji you've ever done for yourself. All right, let's go. Let me see the emoji flying. I need nothing less than 63 emojis. 63 emojis, different types of emojis flying right now. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Great one. I love you guys. Awesome people, awesome students learning and making sure they are getting this. Is that okay? Okay. Great. I love you guys. Now, the next thing we are going to do is that we are going to be presenting this low fidelity wireframe. So I'm going to be putting it on another frame. We call that presenting your design, right? Just like the way we sent it to you guys, the way we sent your assignments, right? So how do I present my design? Very simple. I'm going to select another frame. Listen to me. How do I present my low fidelity wireframe? Very simple. I'm going to select another frame. This time around, I'm not going to be using a mobile phone frame size because the mobile phone frame size is too small to use it to present my design. Are you with me? The mobile phone frame size is too small to use it to present my design. Is that fine? Come on, guys. Are you with me? Are you with me? The mobile phone frame size is too small to use it to present your design. I repeat again, the mobile phone frame size is too small to use it to present your design. So we are not going to use mobile phone. We are going to scroll down. You're going to see what we call social media. Are you seeing it? Social media. Are you seeing it? Social media, social media, social media, social media. Are you seeing it? Social media. Are you seeing it? Social media. Now you click on this social media, and then you can see different social media sizes, right? We're going to choose Instagram post. Everybody choose Instagram post, the size that has a dimension of 1080 by 1080. You can see it here, 1080 by 1080. Instagram post. What are we using? Instagram post. Can I get Instagram post on the comments? 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 Come on, guys. Can I get Instagram post on the comments? Can I get Instagram post on the comments? Can I get Instagram post on the comments? Can I get Instagram post on the comment? Good. So we're going to be using Instagram post. So I click on Instagram post, and another bigger frame. You can see this frame now. Another bigger frame has opened for me. Are you seeing it? Another bigger frame just by the side of my little low fidelity frame. Are you seeing it? Another bigger frame has opened for me. So this frame, I'm going to title it first. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to call this my presentation. I'm going to call this my presentation. And then I'm going to change the color. I don't want the color to be white, so that, remember the principle of contrast. If this is white and this is on top of white, it might not blend. So I don't want the color to be white. So let me give it something milky, right? So I'm going to use, I'm going to go to fill. Somebody asked, how do you add color? Very simple. You click on anything you want to add color, any shape, any frame, just click on it. Go to the right hand side. For that person or people that are asking, how do you add color? I believe maybe today is your first day of joining our training. Is that okay? Because we have shown you how to do this even today. Okay. You click on that presentation, and when you click on the presentation, you go to the right hand corner. You see the option that says fill. Are we together? Fill, spelled F-I-double-L. F-I-double-L, 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 F-I-double-L. How do you add color? You select your frame or your rectangle or your shape or anything, or your text or anything you want to add color. This is exactly how you do add color. Is that okay? You select the frame and you go to the right hand side, and you're going to see fill. You're going to see the section property panel that says fill. Under that fill, you're going to be able to see the color already. Now, colors are in codes. We have what we call codes in color. Colors are coded. You can see two red, but they are not the same. Are we together? You can see two blue colors, but they are not the same. You can see two black colors, but they are not the same. You can see two white colors, but they are not the same. That is why in design, we identify colors using codes, using their codes instead of just using their names. Is that okay? Because of, if you're using their names, you're going to be limited in colors, right? Because of not every color has a name. Is that okay? If you're using their names, you're going to be limited in colors. But when you use their code, you are almost unlimited in the use of colors when you use the color codes. Is that okay? Good. And in design, we have different types of color codes. We have what we call the hexadecimal color code. We have the RGB color code. We have the HSL color code. There are a lot, but the most used for most designers and programmers also use color code. I do programming, full stack programming. I'm a full stack programmer as well, front end, back end, full stack programming, right? So when we do programming, we also use color code. We use both RGB, we use both hexadecimal color code in order to code colors, whether we are doing front end design or we are trying to do back end, anyone we are doing. Is that okay? Good. So using color code is very, very key. It's very, very important. Is that fine? Right? So you come to this fill area, you can add your color code. If you know the code of the color, you can just type it here. But if for any reason you don't know the code of the color, you can come here and click on this box right here, and then it's going to take you to your color library, right? It's going to take you to your color library where you can see different color. Now, this first wheel is what we call your color wheel. Is that okay? Where you can navigate through the hexadecimal color code. Are you seeing it? The hexadecimal color code, that's what we call the hex color. You can see different color. It's made up of red, yellow, green, blue, purple, red. Are you seeing it? It's made up of red, yellow, green, blue, purple, red. Are you seeing it? So you are seeing it. So you can move this color wheel right here to move between colors. And then once you get to any color you want, you can now select the color by clicking inside of this box, this color area, the color shade area. So you can select the different color shades that you want. You can select the different color shade that you want. So for me, for this training, I'm just going to use something milky, a kind of, so that you just give a little difference from my main background. So I'm just going to give something milky, or you can use dark. You can use black. Let's use dark. Something a little bit dark. So what am I using? I'm using something a little bit dark, like ash. I'm using 6.2. Okay, 6.1, 6.1, 6.1. I'm using 6.1, 6.1,